and innovation, applied to digital technologies underpinning the fourth industrial revolution.
Hi there, my name is Julian Kanjere. I'm a senior blockchain engineer within the CSIR's Center for Robotics and Future Production. Growing up, I played a lot of chess, which taught me problem solving and strategy, which I've then since carried with me into my career. I also enjoyed maths and started to get an interest in coding, seeing some people around me doing some coding, but never really got into it whilst I was in high school. I wouldn't say that there's a specific point at which I was like, I want to pursue a career in science. It's just, I think I enjoyed the problem-solving aspect of maths and chess, and then got an interest in coding. And so naturally, when I got a chance to go to university, then I went the route of coding, of computer science. What is blockchain? That is a very good question. I always like to say, if I'm describing it to my mother, I would say it's a database that no one person has control over. You can add information to it. Once you add information to it, it cannot be modified or tampered with. Right? So think of it as, with a normal database, you can add information and modify it, but here, once you add information to it, you cannot tamper with it. And that then gives people the assurance that this data is trustworthy and has been verified, and everybody has got access to the same view of information. So blockchain has many use cases in different fields. I think a lot of people, when they hear blockchain, they think of Bitcoin, which is, I'll classify that as a financial application that allows people to exchange value and effectively a form of digital currency. But outside of say Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, you have uses for blockchain in supply chain environments where you have many different stakeholders that want access to the same information and want to know that this information can be trusted. So it has uses then in supply chain, as well as other use cases where maybe you want to prove your identity and so forth. So my role as a senior blockchain engineer is to lead software projects, often that have got a component of blockchain in them or some component of digital transformation. So we'll say come across a problem and spec out what a solution that uses blockchain could look like, a solution that different stakeholders want to have access to trusted data, and then we try and figure how best do we deliver this type of solution.
Okay, so my name is Ayanda Stiatyansi. Okay, so I grew up in the Eastern Cape in a small town called Butterworth. Obviously, my dad was a mechanic, so growing up in that environment sort of helped me to fall in love with mechanics, how things work. As a result, I would take things apart to see how they work. When I was in high school, there was a lot of programs from ESCOM. I remember one was called the ESCOM Expo for Young Scientists. So I obviously enrolled for that. I built a mechanical surveyor belt, and then it went well. Then I realized that I actually have a passion for engineering, for mechanics, for mechanical systems, electrical systems. And then from there, I then decided to study mechatronics engineering. This side in Pretoria. Back then it was still called Technical Pretoria, but it was the only place then which offered what I wanted in terms of the subjects and the course itself. And and then the rest is history. So at the CSIR, I'm a technologist or an engineer, mechatronic engineer. I mainly focus on mechanical systems. We design products for clients. I also focus on technology integration, where we integrate different technologies together and then package those technologies for clients depending on the solutions they want. I do a lot of product design, the whole process from the beginning to the end. And then I also focus on 4IR technologies. As we know, the whole world is shifting towards the fourth industrial revolution and how to make things better, they work better, efficiently. So that's mainly the focus now, is to how do we then integrate all of these different technologies and focus areas to be able to work efficiently and effectively. So currently now there's a couple of projects I'm busy with. One of them is X Reality. For those who doesn't know what X Reality means, it's an umbrella term that is used or that encompasses 3 different immersive technologies, your AR, which is augmented reality, visual reality, as well as mixed reality. So where you take digital elements, you bring in digital elements to your visual space, that's now your visual reality. Augmented reality is now when you in the real environment, you bring in all these elements and you are able to interact with them. So X-Reality takes all of those components and then you are able to interact with all those digital elements to be able to do work, to achieve certain things, and so forth.
I'm Tiro Sitati. I'm a software engineer here at the CSIR, and I'm working on extended reality experiences, and we'll be showing off this virtual reality experience which is used for training and education purposes in industry. It's used to overlay digital elements into the real world for someone who wants to learn more about a specific job task or industry, and it, as I said, overlays digital elements to enhance the experience in the real world.
Stay tuned to 4IR because after the break, Tiro Sitati will give us a hands-on demonstration of the capabilities of virtual reality and how the CSIR Learning Factory uses it for training and education.
Clientele treats all loyal policyholders like royalty. Yes, December is on us. Clientele Royalty is paying your premium for you. 100 million rand has been paid in December premiums for our clients. Plus, policyholders have shared in over 100 million rand in monthly prizes, discounts and savings. That's 200 million rand in shared value. Clientele Royalty.